Kings Creek Falls Trail is one of the most popular trails in Lassen Volcanic National Park. This trail takes hikers through expansive vistas, dramatic landscapes, alpine meadows, and a few waterfalls, including the star of the show, a 30-foot tall thundering waterfall. Since this is a popular hike, you may want to get there early to make sure you get a parking spot. And as for the stats of this trail, it is 2.8 miles round trip with 485 feet of elevation gain. It takes most people about an hour and a half to do this trail, but you know that that's just not our style. With all of the pictures and taking in the scenery, we were out there for about 3 hours and 11 minutes. Even though this hike doesn't have anywhere near as much elevation gain as our last video at Mill Creek Falls, the hike starts at right around 7,200 feet above sea level, so the air is a little bit more thin up here and you will be feeling those climbs. We were doing this hike in June, and even though there were still some patches of snow on the ground, the flowers and mushrooms were everywhere. The trail starts off running right alongside a large meadow. Even though it wasn't as big as next week's video, which is Paradise Meadow, it was still beautiful and incredibly photogenic. If you are doing this hike in the spring, there is a really good chance that you will encounter some creek crossings. These can be incredibly hazardous, so if you are doing this, please use your best judgment, wear proper footwear, and bring some hiking poles. You will probably also want to bring a change of clothes because this will be snowmelt and that water is going to be very cold. Do you ever get the feeling when you're out on a hike that something is watching you? We sure did, and we were right because we saw this little deer. We were so happy to see him that we almost missed the fact that we were at the first of two junctions. You want to go left here. Sifford Lake is beautiful, but it is a lot further away and it's not where we're trying to go.
So according to the 𝐀𝐃𝐕𝐄𝐍𝐓, these are veiled polypore, which is fungi, like me.
1/10 of a mile after the first junction, you will come to the second junction. This is sort of a hybrid of a loop and an out and back trail. They want you to go left on the way out. This does make sense though because it will free up the climb on the way back out from being congested with two-way traffic. We are going to be gaining a little bit of elevation at this point, nothing too serious, more like rolling hills. Along the way, there will be a couple of different points where you can look down into the valley that you're about to drop down into and get some beautiful views of the waterfalls. We will also be making our way through several areas that were devastated by the Dixie Fire in 2021. This is the same fire that burned at Mill Creek, and knowing how far apart these two trails are gives you a sense of how devastating and massive that fire was. After passing this tree that appears to have eaten a trail marker or something like that, we continued on to even more expansive views. Way off in the distance, we could see what I believe to be Bench Lake, and we got even more spectacular views of the falls down in the valley. Some views like this do require a little bit of work to get to, but I think that the shot was worth it. Although in the moment I may have had a different opinion after climbing back up this hill. We will now begin dropping down into the valley. You really need to watch your step here. There were no shortage of round rocks to slip on, and there were also many slipping hazards when it came to all of the water crossings. V and I had both switched over to the La Sportiva Bushido 3s for this trip, and they gave us a ton of traction. We are not sponsored by La Sportiva, but we love their stuff, and if they see this video, hey, give us a call. As we descend deeper into the valley, let's go over a couple of fun facts about the park. Obviously, since the park has the word volcanic in the name, you know that there are volcanoes here, and these volcanoes have been active for about 825,000 years. While Lassen Peak is absolutely massive, it is actually the remnant of a much larger volcano called Brokaw Volcano, which was heavily eroded and partially destroyed. And the last fact is that in 1915, there was an eruption that was so powerful that it sent ash 200 miles away. We are now at the bottom of the valley, and here you will find a beautiful little boardwalk that takes you through the middle of a meadow. We were visiting during the wildflowers, and even though they weren't blooming here like they were at Mill Creek, the little pops of color here and there really did add to the scenery. After you cross the boardwalk, you will be coming to the third junction of this hike, and here you have a little bit of a decision to make. If you are tired at this point, you can go right, and that will take you back to the trailhead, but you will not see Kings Creek Falls. It is only an additional 0.3 of a mile each way to see the falls, and it is really worth it. Almost immediately after leaving the trail marker, you will come to a small switchback, but there is a little side trail that will take you to even more picturesque waterfall views. This is just a tiny detour, and soon we were right back on our way. This part of the trail is really flat and mellow, with the exception of a couple of small creek crossings. We are now almost to the second tallest waterfall in Lassen Volcanic National Park, with the first tallest being Mill Creek Falls. But along the way, there are several other smaller falls that are very picturesque. If you are into landscape photography, you're probably going to spend a fair amount of time here, and this is why the trail took us about 3 hours. With scenes like this, it's hard to believe that this is one of the least visited national parks in California, but a good part of that could be because this park is closed a lot because of the snow. During the winter, this park can get 30 feet of snow, and this can leave parts of the park closed through the spring and even into the summer at times. In fact, a good part of the park was closed just until a couple of weeks before our visit in June. We have officially arrived at the viewpoints for Kings Creek Falls. Here there are two main viewpoints, one that is a lot closer to the falls. Here you can really feel the power, but it may be tricky to get the entire waterfall in one shot. And then just about 30 or 40 feet away, there is a second viewing option. While the power here may not be as evident, it's still a really beautiful view, and it's a much more all-encompassing shot of the falls. There is also a third option, but we would highly discourage doing this unless you are very experienced at rock scrambling. The way down is quite slippery, but this is one of the best views of the falls. This is not an official viewpoint, but you can definitely tell that people come down here. These falls almost reminded us of Rainbow Falls in Mammoth. The flow was impressive, and the falls had tons of mist coming off of them, which felt very refreshing on a hot summer day. We spent a while here taking in the sights and sounds, and it was so incredibly peaceful. It was almost like one of those white noise machines.
Beautiful!
After soaking it all in for quite a while, it was time to head out because we still had a little bit of trail ahead of us. The good thing is that the awesomeness isn't over just yet, and there's still one pretty spectacular moment just down the trail. At right around the 2-mile mark, you will be back at the third junction, which is the one that was on the other side of that boardwalk. This time, however, you will not be crossing the boardwalk, and you will be continuing on straight down the trail. The beauty of this is that you will be passing by even more picturesque waterfalls, and you're also coming up on one of our favorite parts of the trail. We have been lucky enough to hike to and around a lot of waterfalls on our travels, but what we haven't hiked alongside is really tall Cascades. And to top it all off, there was another deer at the bottom of this one. I couldn't find any information about how tall the Cascades were here, but it was for sure taller than Kings Creek Falls, and that is about 40 feet tall. The park did a really great job when they designed this part of the trail because you're hiking up right alongside the cascade. You'll be tracing the rushing water for about 1/10 of a mile. We were glad to have such views to enjoy because between the elevation of the hike and all of the stairs, we needed a couple breaks along the way. This narrow section of stairs is why they try to keep the trail to one direction only. As popular as this trail is, it would probably be chaos trying to pass people on these stairs. If you are a huge fan of waterfall hikes, and who isn't, you should also check out our video about the Trail of 10 Falls in Oregon. That is a bucket list kind of trail, and we would do it again in a heartbeat. It also reminded us of hiking at New York's Letchworth State Park, but this one is more rugged. After climbing what felt like 1,000 stairs, the trail curved off to the right, and it was almost time to leave the Cascade behind. If trails like these look like they are above your skill level, don't worry, there's no shame in that. Stay tuned because in a couple of weeks, we will be doing the Manzanita Lake Loop. That hike gives you some really nice lake views without a ton of skill or effort. Even though we have left the thundering water behind, we still have just a little bit more climbing to do. But eventually we will be coming back to junction number 2, and we want to make a left here unless you want to do the loop part again. From there, it is just a short and fairly easy stroll back to the first junction, and it is pretty much smooth sailing from here on out. While the trail won't be completely flat, there is only going to be small rolling hills and little stair sections. For a short trail, this one is actually a pretty good workout, and I will say that we were pretty excited when we started to see the cars coming into view. Have you done any trails in Lassen Volcanic National Park? If so, let us know what your favorite trail was in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know if you have ideas for future videos. And for all the information about Kings Creek Falls, as well as other awesome adventures, head on over to 𝐿𝑖𝐍𝐷𝐴DVENTURE.com.